So it struck me today in a way I didn't really expect. People like today were just going about their day. It was in Judea. It was under the order of the Roman Empire. And this would have just looked like any other execution, another man that was condemned, another public display. And everything was happening. Wasn't loud, wasn't obvious, wasn't celebrated. To the regular people, it was just unfolding. The Son of God, hidden in plain sight, fulfilling every single promise, every shadow, every word that had ever been spoken before. And most people had no idea. So earlier today, I was listening to a scene from Project Hail Mary, and it really struck me. There's this moment when the main character realizes that something is destructive and it's really spreading and it has to be completely eliminated. I mean, it cannot be just managed or reduced. It can't just be kept under control. It has to be gone, totally, completely gone. And once he understands the danger and the solution, then is when he has this sense of urgency, right? Get it out, all of it. And somewhere between that scene and this day, I found myself thinking about myself. And that's how I want to think about sin. That it's not something I tolerate. It's not something that I just quietly excuse. It's not something I keep tucked away where no one else sees. Gone. But this is what stopped me. On my own, I cannot do that. I cannot manufacture holiness. I can't cleanse my own heart. There's no way that I can remove what runs deeper than behavior. And that's where today changes everything, because on Good Friday, Jesus didn't come to just help me manage sin. He came to deal with it fully and completely, and at a cost that I still don't think that I truly grasp. And this is the part that brings me right to the edge of tears if I sit with it for too long, because that's what looked like loss, what it was an actual victory. What looked like weakness was actually power, and what looked like at the end was actually the turning point of everything. And maybe that's why we call it good. It wasn't the day, that moment itself was good. It didn't feel good in that moment. It wasn't good. It was brutal. It was unjust. It was heavy with suffering. But because of what was accomplished in it, it was the most necessary good that the world has ever known. And so where does that leave me? Still dependent, still unable to produce the kind of change that I long for on my own. But now I'm no longer without hope. Because now I'm not trying to fight for victory. I'm living from it. And yet I'm not passive either. And I thought back to that scene again. I can't make the nitrogen, but I can open the door. And it was the nitrogen in the scene in the book that he needed, to take care of the destruction of this thing. But I can stop protecting what needs to be put to death. I can bring things into the light instead of keeping them hidden. I can place myself again and again in the path of God, transforming work in me, not because I'm trying to earn anything, because something has already been done. And so today, Good Friday, maybe I just pause. And I'm not going to rush past it. I'm not going to tidy things up too quickly, but I'm going to sit in the tension of it. How something so devastating could be called good. And feel it. And maybe, just maybe, we let that question settle a little deeper. What in my life am I still managing, that Jesus came to put to death? And it's not with fear or pressure, but it's with this quiet willingness just to say, Lord, all of it. Not part way, not eventually, all the way through, because of you and what you accomplished on Good Friday.